first unit we're reviewing today for the German Armed Forces is the Fallschirmjägers. The Fallschirmjäger were fully formed in World War II but can trace their roots back to 1936. During World War II, the German Air Force raised a variety of airborne light infantry units, the Fallschirmjäger. The word Fallschirmjäger is a German word for paratroopers. The Luftwaffe built up a division-sized unit of 3 Fallschirmjäger regiments, plus a supporting arms and air assist unit known as the 7th Flieger Division. Throughout World War II, the Fallschirmjäger over-commander was General Oberst Kurt Student. The German Fallschirmjägers in World War II were the first paratroopers to be committed in large-scale airborne operations. They came to be known as the Green Devils by the Allied forces they fought against, as well as their uniquely distinct morale. Fallschirmjäger participated in many of the most famous battles of World War II. As elite troops, they are frequently deployed at the vanguard of attacks and as the bulwark of a defence. They would see action in Norway, Denmark, Belgium, the Netherlands and France in 1940. Major actions in the Balkans campaign, Crete, Italy, and on both the Eastern Front and later the Western Front would follow. In the modern German Bundeswehr, Fallschirmjäger continue to form the core of a special operations unit. The division has 2 brigade equivalents and several independent companies and battalions. The Fallschirmjäger structure today falls under the Airborne Brigade 26, which includes the Paratrooper Regiment 26, the Paratrooper Regiment 31, the Airborne Recon Company 310, and the Airborne Engineering Company 270. The Fallschirmjäger and Wargame Red Dragon are equipped with the H&K G11, the Panzerfaust 3, the MG3, the MP2A1, and the Panzerfaust 44. The Heckler & Koch G11 is a non-production prototype assault rifle developed during the late 1960s, 70s and 80s. The weapon was designed and manufactured by Heckler & Koch, a famous German defense manufacturing company. The weapon in-game can engage both infantry and helicopters at up to 525 meters. It has an accuracy of 60%, a suppression rating of 40, and a rate of fire of 533 rounds per minute, which makes the G11 a very effective weapon system. Panzerfaust 3 is a modern disposable recoilless anti-tank weapon, which was developed between 1978 and 1985 and put into service by the Bundeswehr in 1992. The weapon was designed and manufactured by Dynamit Nobel AG. The launcher can engage ground units up to 700 meters and has an accuracy of 7%. It also has an AP power of 24, which makes this weapon one of the most powerful personal launchers in the game. The MG3 is a German general-purpose machine gun. The weapon's design is derived from the World War II era MG42 universal machine gun. The weapon is designed and manufactured by a German company called Rheinmetall. The weapon in-game can engage helicopters up to 595 meters and ground units up to 875 meters. It has an accuracy of 50% and a suppression rate of 55 and can fire 461 rounds per minute. This weapon allows a unit to keep units stunned and under a high amount of suppression. The MP2A1, also known as the Uzi, is a family of Israeli open-bolt, blowback operated submachine guns. This weapon is a product of the Israeli manufacturer Israel Military Industries. In-game, the weapon can shoot both ground units and helicopters up to 455 meters, has an accuracy of 40% and a suppression rating of 30, and can fire up to 555 rounds per minute. This weapon is only effective in close-quarter battle. The last weapon the Fallschirmjäger can be equipped with is the Panzerfaust 44. It is a recoilless anti-tank weapon. The weapon was also manufactured by Dynamit Nobel. It can engage ground units up to 700 meters and has an accuracy of 55% and an AP power of 16, which allows it to take out most ground units. The vehicles that the Fallschirmjäger can be deployed in Wargame Red Dragon is the Transporter Fox, the Transporter Fox Milan, the Dornier 205, and the Troop Transporter CH-53G. The roles and tactics of the Fallschirmjäger in Wargame Red Dragon is to defend positions, but they can also go on the offensive as well. They are very well equipped and can hold positions with very powerful Panzerfaust 3s and the MG3, but can also switch roles and conduct attacks on infantry and hidden armoured units due to their elite training. The unit's overall special forces rating is 9, due to their equipment being far superior compared to the majority of the units in Wargame Red Dragon, and their ability to defend the positions and the option to attack effectively as well. The Fallschirmjäger are a very elite unit in game and give Germany the ability to contend anywhere on the battlefield. The second special forces unit we're reviewing today is the Fernspäher. The Fernspäher are specialized reconnaissance units and serve for obtaining and documenting information behind enemy lines and conduct direct support for other special forces. The Fernspäher is put together by Major Konrad Rittmeyer, as former German armies did not know the concept of long-range reconnaissance. Rittmeyer studied the Finnish Army's World War II long-range patrol teams that conducted reconnaissance, sabotage and prisoner capture missions as far as 300 kilometers deep into Soviet territory, surviving for days on carrier supplies or weeks on parachute drop resupplies. Furthermore, he drew on the special skills of German Gebirgsjäger, mountain infantry, and the Fallschirmjäger, parachute infantry, and the special forces of Germany's NATO allies. Fernspäher is an old term for elite reconnaissance troopers, relating to the word Fern, long range or distance, and the word Sphere, which means scout. Thus, the Fernspäher are specially trained and equipped reconnaissance soldiers who cover great distances to gather intelligence and fulfill military tasks. The Fernspäher in Wargame Red Dragon are equipped with the H&K G3K A4, the M27 Law, and the H&K PS G1. The Heckler & Koch G3K A4 is a variant of the G3. The weapon was manufactured by Heckler & Koch and was also manufactured and designed by various other companies. In-game, the weapon can engage both helicopters and ground units up to 595 meters. It has an accuracy of 60% and a suppression rate of 55 and can fire 355 rounds per minute. This weapon is effective but has an average stats rating compared to other weapons. The launcher used in game is the M27 LAR. The M27 LAR is a light anti-tank weapon. It is a portable, one-shot 66mm unguided anti-tank weapon. The weapon is manufactured by a company called NATO, in Norway and in the USA. The launcher can engage targets up to 525 meters, it has an accuracy of 30% and an AP power of 13. The launcher is one of the worst launchers compared to most of the special forces in-game, but is still able to take out high-value targets such as AA or command vehicles. The second weapon used is the Heckler & Koch PS G1. It is a semi-automatic sniper rifle. The weapon is designed and manufactured by Heckler & Koch. In-game, the weapon can engage infantry up to 1050 meters and helicopters up to 595 meters. It has an accuracy of 95% and a suppression rating of 55. This weapon is highly effective at taking out infantry units and can do so from a safe distance. In Wargame Red Dragon, the Fernspäher can be deployed in the MD Jupiter, the Transporter Panzer Fox, the Transport Panzer Fox Milan, the Dornier 205, and the Troop Transporter CH-53G. The roles and tactics of the Fernspäher in Wargame Red Dragon is to get behind enemy lines and get eyes on enemy movements due to them having exceptional stealth. This allows for them to be the eyes for friendly units to take out specific targets. They're also able to chip off enemy infantry and can also take out high value targets such as anti-air vehicles, command vehicles or logistics, but only have a limited window due to their weapons they are equipped with. This unit's overall special forces rating is 8, due to their ability to engage ground vehicles, take out infantry from a long distance, and be the eyes of the battlefield. The Fernspäher in Wargame Red Dragon is a highly effective recon unit, just like they are in real life. The motto is Oculus Exertis, which means the eye of the army, and allow Germany to have a wider impact on the battlefield in Wargame Red Dragon.